All right, team, welcome to MLM Monday, episode 62. Happy Labor Day to those of you that are here in the US. Super excited to dive into our next topic. We have been covering the letters of the word speed, sharing, presenting, enrolling, elevating, and duplicating teams. And today we're going to be talking about some of the relevant tech that people are doing when elevating folks, when that first training that happens when someone brand new joins your team. Now, if you're just joining us here for the first time, or you're watching again here on the holiday, or watching on replay, go ahead and write in the comments. Say where you're watching from. Say you're watching on replay. Say you're watching live. It's super awesome to connect with each of you. We're pumped about the experience that brand new people have in direct selling. It is a really special industry to be involved in, whether you're an executive or a vendor or you're running your own team. This is the opportunity to create potential in people's lives, the opportunity to be able to speak to people in a way that empowers them in a really powerful way. So many times people don't know what's possible for themselves in their life. And what I love about direct sales and why we do the show and everything else that we're involved in is all about helping families and individuals who never knew what was possible for themselves be able to tap into a system and create results and be successful. As we get to work at the background of over 50 direct selling companies in the space with our software and our teams and our staff, we're always thinking about just that brand new person who's never been in direct selling before. So let's talk about setting up your team for wins. This is too fun. So when someone brand new joins your company, if you're an executive here and you're watching on the line, what are the things that you want to do with that brand new person right when they get started? I know a lot of you will look at traditional training and say, hey, have them write a list and get their list of their, top 10 people, top 100 people, top 200 people that they want to reach out to and then help them go call those people on that list. And what I want to ask you is, what can you do up front with that person to give them an emotional win? Many times what I've found as I've seen companies train different techniques is that many times you do of course want them to make a list and you do want them to do those actions. But if you start with that, many times it can feel daunting, or when they make those first few phone calls, if they perceive that any of the reactions from their friends or contacts are negative, many times that could take them out of the game. And there's stats on this. If you go to the, believe it's the DSA 411 website, there's all sorts of stats about those first few phone calls and how critical they are. If you haven't checked out the report from Art Jonak about current stats, there's a wealth of data. If you go to Art's page on new stats here in direct selling year over year and where we're at this year, there's some really awesome reports you can grab there. But want you to understand that it's truly critical to start off a reps experience with a victory, with a positive win. And what we found a lot of people tap into there is having some sort of a training that's less than 30 minutes long, whether it's 4 videos that are 25 minutes long together or 6 videos that are 20 minutes long together, little bite-sized chunks, but some sort of an experience where the brand new rep can go to their new member that just joined their team and they can say, hey, new member, congrats, welcome to the team. Here's your first step. Go watch the training, and at the end, take the test to get certified, and then you can join us here in the business. We'll start working on your list together. That little step helps a lot with duplication because new people who are just enrolling their first people, they may not have the confidence to train others or the confidence to get them started on the right foot. But if they know they can send them through the same training they went through to get results, now I just have to direct them to the tool. I don't have to be the amazing trainer myself, right? And so these are some of the things that are really key. So let's break down some of the key components of that first type of training and what you want to do in there. Well, you want to cover their first week in the business, what's expected of them in their first week. You want to cover some compliance, what they can and can't say, right? So they're not out there, getting in trouble right away with your products. Maybe you're in wellness and you don't want them claiming that they cure diseases, right? Maybe you're in financial education, you don't want them guaranteeing income, right? There's all sorts of industries where you got to watch for compliance. So what you need to do in your first week, compliance, and then what is the process of duplication so they can get the whole picture? So how do you share with others? How do you present to others? How do you enroll people? How do you elevate and train new folks that are going to join you this week? And how do you duplicate, right? So covering those topics in 25 to 30 minutes is critical because it gives you that launch point for everybody to go through that's the same. Now, why do we suggest people take a test at the end? Something's really cool about having a little 5 question or 10 question multiple choice test where people can get a certificate, become a certified promoter in your company. It's really remarkable to have this in place where they have that personal sense of accomplishment that they've won something, right when they get started. So this is what I would encourage you to do if you don't already have this as a company. Put this together, right? Put together a short getting started training of what the first experience is for everybody, and put a little assessment at the end. If you want to see examples, send me a private message here on Facebook. I'm glad to connect with you and show you examples of a lot of what we've seen for that here in the space and what we've done in that part of the space. But the key of having that testing component is not only their personal victory, but now you have some compliance records too, right? If people go out there and start making crazy claims or saying stuff they shouldn't be saying about the company, you can always come back and say, hey, look, you answered these questions that you want to do that back on this day. It gives you some action back as the company. And for those of you that are just leading teams, maybe your corporate company doesn't have a fast start training. And sad to say, yeah, you should probably put one together for yourself, even though this is something your company should be doing, right? What you should do is put together what you think is great and then send it to your CEO, your CMO, whoever's in charge of that in your company. Say like, hey, can we get a fast start training going on here? Everybody joins the company because not everyone's you, top leaders. Not everyone has the skill sets to mentor and train and duplicate someone else. But if you can take that core experience of what you need to know and what you need to believe about yourself and your own goals and what's possible for yourselves and what you need to be able to believe about others, and then the technical knowledge of what to actually do, if you could put those 3 things together in a powerful way, that is a game changer. So I encourage you to take a moment. Those of you that are watching live, hey, I see we got David, Frank, Katie, Bill. Good to see you guys on live on the holiday. For others of you that are just joining or watching the recording, start writing up some of your favorite things. Go ahead and here in the comments and share. Go ahead and put in some of the things that you think are the most important things people can do in their first 7 days of a company. One of the things I like to do is get certified. And so I'll type it in here to the comments. So you can comment too. Notes from the live stream, right? What could they do? They could get certified, right? And trained, right? Very powerful, right? They could go through an actual compliance style course here in the system. What else could they do, right? Oh, they could write their list, right? We all talk about writing their list, but if you taught them to do that properly, now this is a great place to do that in those first 7 days, right? You can set a 7 day, 30 day, 90 day goal, right? What those things look at. You can go ahead and write yours in as well, right? I like them to have watched the compliance video. We don't have to come back and discuss that. They've already done that, right? How about this? Let's set up a follow-up accountability time, right? Schedule their first celebration, what they're working to. This is important. Think about you when someone sets a goal of a 7 day goal, a 30 day goal, and a 90 day goal. Take those goals and then, hey, if that goal is accomplished, what does that mean in your life, right? So if you hit that 7 day goal, what does that mean in your life? Oh, it means I'm on track for my 30 day goal. Cool. If I meet that 30 day goal, what does that mean in my life? Oh, it means that I'm able to have my cell phone paid for by my home-based business. Maybe my car payment paid for by my home-based business. Or maybe it means something even bigger, right? Depends on the goal. 90 day goal. Oh, if that's achieved, man, I could quit my part-time job or whatever that is, right? So there's these different goals you can set, and what does that mean to them? Attach that to the celebration with your folks so that you can celebrate with them, so you can congratulate them with them. As you're watching this video on replay, post your comments in as well and share your ideas and the things you use are things other people can as well. But I want to thank each and every single one of you for jumping on MLM Monday. It was awesome to have a few minutes with you today. Go out there and make a difference in your folks' lives, right? It's a special day somewhere right now, and just make it happen in those people's lives, right? No excuses. Create what you can. Do your best every day. Appreciate you, folks. Bye for now.